Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some pretty fun news, both when it comes to GTA 6, surprisingly. We actually had some pretty big leaks and all that stuff coming out for that one, but as well also GTA 6 when it comes to the PlayStation 5 Pro, funny enough. Now we're going to go talk about this and talk about like a lot of this stuff is more on the, I don't want to really say speculation side, because these leaks actually do look pretty legit. There's been a lot of people on media attention and everything else too when it comes to GTA, so we're going to talk about that, and I just think it's kind of cool. I'm actually very, very excited for GTA 6, and I hope the game's going to be good. I'm excited for a PS5 Pro. I also think that's going to be good and also will not cost an arm and a leg. So let's go talk about this all kind of nice little upcoming news. As well, hope you guys all had a fantastic weekend. Hope you guys are going to have a really good Monday if I don't get to see you guys. And make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. You have the Twitter and Twitch room down below. All the Amazon links for the good old consoles down below too. And of course, leave your like, your thoughts, and comments all down below. And let's dive into the video. So, very first and foremost, let's go into like the good old PS5 Pro news really quick. It's a little bit more of a quicker one. It kind of ties into the part 2. The part 2 is more entertaining. So if you guys do or do not know, there's obviously a big old game coming out at some point called, well, GTA 6. Owned and made by Rockstar, good to go. And PlayStation has had a lot of rumors of an upcoming PlayStation 5 Pro at some point. As of right now, the current rumors are maybe around 2024, maybe the holiday season for next year, and maybe this holiday season might be like the Slim. We're going to have to see the big old PlayStation events coming out in the next few weeks, so if we see more news, we'll hear about it then. A lot of folks are rumoring big if, it happens, we'll see like a Slim maybe for this year and then a Pro for next year. But right now, we actually have been seeing even more news, kind of more of like the allegers or whatever, when it comes to the GTA 6 publishers, where they might be anticipating up a PlayStation 5 Pro. Or they also say, aren't we all? But still, we're basically saying the Take-Two CEO, Strauss Zelnick, who actually did go break his silence, which kind of ties into what we're going to talk about in a second, like the next part of this video, believes that the persistent rumor that a mid-generation refresh is happening and is anticipating it now at some point. We're most on board ourselves, like most of us, just myself included, you guys watching, people reading articles, whatever, and basically a lot of folks aren't really that surprised that they're assuming it's going to be a PlayStation 5 Pro, but when it comes to this stuff, a lot more people are reading more in between the lines, where if you're someone that's literally making a game like GTA 6, and as of right now, the rumored date is either like a 2024 or 2025 release date for GTA 6, and as well, if you're literally a company that's probably like the number one, like one of the most profitable games of all time, you probably got some pretty good industry insider information when it comes to meetings with the good old PlayStation CEOs, Xbox CEOs, and everything else in between. So a lot of folks are saying that like, yeah, there's probably going to be a good PlayStation 5 Pro, and when we kind of see these really big higher-ups kind of mentioning this and talking about this, it only kind of makes sense that that's like the next step in allusion towards all of this. So in an interview with GamesIndustry.biz, the executives, when asked whether he expects to see a console refresh, so PS5 Pro, from Sony, answered, well, we probably will. Later on, he elaborates, stating, he doesn't think it will affect the business very much. We suppose he would be in the position to know. So basically, kind of thinking like a game like we're going to get to in a second with GTA 6 is going to be a way bigger game with way better graphics and way more in-depth AI and everything else involved. It actually might even be trying to go and launch with a PlayStation 5 Pro or these next-gen console refreshers, and that actually would probably be one of the best games, I think, to sell games. So don't forget, like we saw PS3, PS4, and like all these relaunched versions and even PS5 versions, which are huge console sellers, gets more people on the online versions, and it would make a lot of sense to have like a proper, really good next generation update for GTA 6. So basically, maybe for them, they maybe want to even build the game specifically for PS5 Pro. So they're even saying, like, considering some AAA games, PS5 exclusive games, have needed multiple performance patches to get where they should be at launch, perhaps the developers just need more horsepower rather than having to find workarounds to as well. And that would make a lot of sense, too, for a company like Rockstar, who have made all these games on PC in multiple generations to make one of the best games out there. Like I said, and we're going to cover the leaks pretty much right now, but GTA 6 is a way more involved game, way bigger, and the graphically will be way more intense for everything. So it's going to be a big thing to kind of go and note. And as well, like I said, it does kind of match the launch times. It does also mean that we typically know games are usually being worked on right now for even the PS5 Pro, or even some games might be starting literally right now, like right today for the PlayStation 6, or even the Xbox, like the next generation. Because sometimes these really big AAA games do take like 4, 5, 6, sometimes 7, 8, 9, 10, depending on how big the games are, to make them as high of quality as people would expect. So keep that in mind as well. So it does kind of seem like this PS5 Pro seems a lot more likely, and as well would also have a lot more ties into with big popular games like GTA 6. Now, I'm also going to go talk a bit more about the good old GTA 6. We've actually now seen one of the bigger leaks out here. This is now more in regards now to the actual map itself. So Once again, this is not 1 zillion% confirmed, but a lot of the big GTA 6 leaks have had a lot of big attention to it. And a lot of people are saying that the game itself, and I'm a big fan of this, like a little bit of a ramble into GTA 6 and all the rumors and all that, but I'm a bigger fan, especially with online multiplayer versions, or as well when people do like RP and custom modded servers and all that, the bigger, the better. So one of the big things is, if you guys remember good old GTA 5, this was a pretty big game. Like if you go in a car and you start literally right here where my cursor is, and you want to go all around the entire map, especially the single player version and everything else, it's a really big game. The city's very in-depth, there's a lot of actions, but as well, you have the mountainsides you can go drive through, you see trees, you see like the desert, you see pretty much everything. Like it's a really big map. But the one big thing is that they want to go and say that the GTA 6 map is going to be even bigger, where you guys can kind of see they're going to have multiple different types of, like, you know, the base is about to be at least like twice the size, but as well, look at all the different islands and cities, and imagine doing this in an online multiplayer lobby. This will be absolutely insane. All these different types of beaches, they have actual highways, they have the downtown, they have everything. Like look at how just big the map is. And it's kind of apparently the big leak that's coming out for GTA 6 as of right now. And we kind of been seeing a lot of more of this media attention, people talking about this type of stuff, where once again, on the speculation side, we're going to have to wait until Rockstar itself says something, but a lot of folks are now pushing that there will be probably a 2024 or 2025 release date. Now, I do always hate kind of talking about that, because a lot of these things are more on the speculation side. Like anyone can be like, yeah, you know, in the next 2 years, it could be a big announcement. Because by the time 2 years comes around, people are going to probably forget about it or not even remember you saying that. Or on top of that, too, like, you know, it's kind of a big window. It makes sense. Like, we've been hearing news, we've been seeing leaks, we're seeing pictures and stuff. So at some point, it will come out. Like, it's kind of an easy freebie. And if it gets delayed a little bit, you'd be like, well, it was close, but there was, you know, COVID delays. Like, this is how it is when it comes to leakers and people talk about the rumors and speculations, all that type of stuff. I'm sure you guys know. But it's kind of fun to talk about nonetheless. But we've now been seeing other different things when it comes out to the game. So once again, this kind of goes and corresponds as well with all of these other various games. It also kind of ties into as well, we see things like Rockstar. Many of you have been asking about a new entry in the Grand Theft Auto series. With every new project, our goal is always to significantly move beyond what we've previously delivered. We're pleased to confirm that active development for the next entry in the series is underway, and that also is once again them kind of going publicly and mentioning like, hey, like this is going to be pretty big. Now, we also had some other big release date speculations too from the Take-Two Interactive investor call, which we kind of just mentioned at the start of the video when it comes to them talking about the PS5 Pro and all of that, where they go and say the most likely GTA 6 release date is in 2025. This date comes from a recent Take-Two investors call, where the company said that the active development for the next entry is well underway, and that it's enter its next phase of growth in fiscal 2025. It's possible this is subject to change. So once again, they can kind of go either way. Some folks are stating either 2024 or no one really knows. So this is supported by early claims from Tease2, a member of the GTA forums, who says that Rockstar's aimed, always changing, not set in stone deadline is holiday of 2024, which once again would maybe correspond with all the prior leaks of the PlayStation 5 Pro, which would maybe be being released in, well, holiday 2024. So kind of just makes sense. Well, I mean, we'll get more information on this soon. And as well, which have been pushed back multiple times over the past few years, and some people are saying it might slip to 2025, just based on production, if they need a few months to, clear it up or whatever it might be. So they also did mention that they personally see an announcement as a given this year, so probably like properly announcing it somewhere, whether it's on a summer game show or Sony event or Xbox event or whatever it may be, and with that, they can go be like, yeah, the game's on the way, boys. Like, here's our release trailer. Kind of how we saw for Starfield a few years ago. We just saw a cool trailer and then kind of radio silence for a while. And a lot of folks are saying they might even want to delay it even further to 2025 or 2026. Like right now, it's kind of in this awkward limbo. Rockstar could meet this deadline by cutting more portions of the game to package as DLCs later on, although I'd rather them kind of just wait and see a little bit longer to go make it, like, better. I'm okay with that. Give me another year, let it go cook a little bit longer, but make sure the game's one of the best games I've ever played. I am okay with that. Other Rockstar investors said that GTA 6 launch date is still 2 years away, and we'll still be sending that Vice City style Miami, featuring a Latin female protagonist. Whenever that happens to release, GTA 6 is set to solidify the franchise's state as well to be one of the best games out there. So we haven't really seen too much, and I'm sure Rockstar's been hardcore on NDAs, especially with that huge leak that happened a few months ago with all the gameplay and early game footage and all that. But it does kind of seem like there might be some cool news with the PS5 Pro. there might be some really cool news with the upcoming games and maps and all of that. And I also haven't just had a chance to go and see the early stages of this game. Like, I want this game to come out, I want this game to be great, and as well, if it's not going to be good, well, I'm going to probably be a little bit sad, to be fully honest. So, you know what? We'll see. Give me your thoughts and comments and the speculation down below. Hopefully, I present all the information pretty well. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We got that Twitter and Twitch room down below if you guys want to follow. So, all the Amazon links too for all of our consoles up on sale. And of course, leave your like and thoughts all down below. And I appreciate you guys all so much for watching. We might have one more little quick video throughout tonight, so be on the lookout for that. And I appreciate you guys all for existing.